And we are live on Facebook and live on YouTube, and I don't need to turn the cameras on because I've turned the cameras on. Wow, how efficient was that? Turn the timer on and let's go. Let's just go for a walk. This is real classic Tai Chi in the park, early morning in the Far East, where I've trained a few times, Malaysia in particular. Always start with a nice little walk. I mean, they do it for minutes, but we're just doing it for 30 seconds. And relax. And just come up on the toes and rock back on the heels. So both feet up on the toes and then rocking back on the heels. As you rock back, obviously, lift the toes. Obviously, with all the exercises, only do what you can do. And I know some people, myself included, sometimes find this exercise challenging. So do what you can. Now we're going to go up just on one side, shifting the weight, not too much. So the leg, the heel that's coming up off the floor is doing work, basically. You don't want to be doing it on an empty leg, if you see what I mean. Now you can keep doing that, or you can come up with these little hops. So again, we're working, what are we working? Calf muscle, Achilles tendon, I don't know, a variety of good things being gentled into the exciting world of exercise. Okay, let us now bring, use the arm as well. Let us bring a knee up to the front as high as you comfortably can and bring the arm on the same side with it. Or if you prefer, imagine a bit of string tying your arm to your knee. As you raise the arm, that raises the leg. Switch to opposite side, leg and arm. Obviously, if you like imagining bits of string, you also have to put a couple of pulleys into the equation here to get sort of a vertical lift. It's complicated. Just raise a leg and an arm. It's much easier. Forget your imaginary bit of string and pulleys. Drive yourself crazy. Well, like me. Now, same side, going diagonally across the body. So, and I had the heater on here in the studio for half an hour before we started. It has done no good at all. Well, I suppose it must have done some good. It doesn't feel like it. Opposite side, leg and arm diagonally across the body. Next exercise I want you to do very gently, unless you're very flexible. It's small inner circle. So if you can do a bigger one without kicking the cat, then you can do a bigger one. But don't go silly. I mean, unless you can. If you're flexible, you can go high. But if you're not, low is fine. It's just moving the hip around. Middle is great. No harm in that at all. Other leg. You can start low, you can stay low. You can go a little bit higher, medium height, high as you can. Doesn't matter. Perfectly all right, just to stay where you are comfortable. Go back to the other leg. We're going to go in the opposite direction now. So coming across the body and going out. And again, yes, you can go high if you can go high, but no real need. Remember, the purpose of these exercises is to invigorate and, I nearly used the word fluidize, make the body more fluid, supple, so there's no need to go crazy. I mean, it's nice to go crazy a couple of times if you can, but this is fine. And as I say, if that's all you can do, that's fine too. Exercise is about gentle progression. One more. Okay, feet shoulder width apart, circle the hips. I think I have plenty of battery power in my microphone and the receiver. If perchance I notice the bar that shows me what's going on dying, change direction, I will panic and set up another microphone. I have a standard microphone, but I think the little lapel microphone, I suppose technically it's a chest microphone, isn't it? Because the lapels would be up there. But there we go. And gently, just rocking almost, tilting side to side. Doesn't have to be fast. You're not stretching, you're just letting it happen. Letting it all hang out. And forwards and backwards, same thing, just gently, as far forwards as is comfortable, and as far backwards as is comfortable. And bring the feet in, sit back and down slightly, try and keep the hips fairly still, but let the waist turn and the arms float around the body. The head can turn as well, so you can get a gentle, gentle, gentle stretch of the neck, but it's the flexibility and relaxation in the waist that we're really trying to work on. Keep going. We'll do 4 exercises in this style of exercise, I suppose you could call it, or, I can't think of a word for it. Group of exercises is not quite right, but there is a class, that's it, a class of exercises that this falls into. As does the next one, where we bring our feet in slightly, so the knees are above the feet when they bend. You don't want the knees bending inwards or outwards. The legs bend and straighten, and you let the body relax, and you let the arms float forwards and backwards. Keep going. Imagine your arms like swings in a park, sort of things that maybe you went on as a child or maybe as an adult, and you're trying to relax the shoulders and the arms, but you're trying to get the swings to swing a bit higher. And now we shift from moving both legs at the same time to straightening and bending. Straightening one leg while the other leg bends, then you bend that leg while the other, you know what I mean. And you turn the waist as well, and the arms stay relaxed, the shoulders stay relaxed, but you get this diagonal movement in the arms. Keep going. I will one day do a daily exercise where maybe we take maybe half a dozen of the exercises from this class of exercise and do 5 minutes of each. Be surprised how much like hard work that can be, but quite rewarding. We'll see. If you're interested in the idea, let me know. Feet slightly wider, hands up, drop the weight into one leg, look and turn the waist towards the other leg, raise the arms, but then let gravity initiate the drop of the arms. So we're trying not to throw the arms down, which is a valid variation of this exercise, but we're trying to let gravity do the work. And relax. Circle the shoulders. Nice and slow, full range of motion. Change direction. Legs relaxed, knees bent, sitting backwards and downwards ever so slightly. Circle the arms. Change direction. Upper arm still, forearm, lower part of the arm rotating. Trying to bend the legs and sit back just a little bit more there. Change direction. The whole business of keeping the lower body relaxed, I think, becomes more and more difficult the more complex a movement you're doing with the upper body, and this I find quite difficult. So I think I start to think about it and straighten up. Tuck the elbows in to the sides. So basically your forearms aren't moving very much at all, it's just the hands circling round. Obviously there's all sorts of time zones and you could be in any one of them. If you are watching this in England while you're having lunch, well, not having lunch, but having a lunch break, that's great. Change direction. I'm a great believer in eating food. I think it's very useful. What kind of food do I eat? Do I eat healthy foods? Not always, let's just say. Let's just say not always. I have a reason for eating what I want rather than what's good for me, which maybe I'll share with you. Let your arms float, flap side to side, and you can let... The hands is what we're concentrating on, or the wrist joint is what we're concentrating on, but you can also bring the elbows and the shoulders into play. Yeah, the reason I don't worry too much about eating super healthy all the time is, as far as I know, nobody that eats super healthy all the time, that in my personal experience, lives to be 300 years old. And now we're moving the arms up and down, letting the wrists flick up at the top and flick down at the bottom. If somebody, I mean, I've said this probably for the last 30 years, if somebody promised me that if I ate one lettuce leaf a day, I would live for 300 years, and they could guarantee I wouldn't be in an automobile accident and no aeroplanes would fall out of the sky on me, then yeah, I'd eat one lettuce leaf a day, but nobody can make that promise. So do what you enjoy and enjoy what you do. Let us take the feet a little bit further apart. Hips going from side to side, arms drawing a circle around in front of you. Change direction. I mean, I do have students who are vegetarians, and I think I have a couple of students who are vegans, and they can get pretty cross with me when I describe how yummy the burger was that I ate the preceding day, but I enjoy my nosh, I enjoy my food. Bring the feet in, actually bring the feet in more so we can do the bending legs thing, so you bend the legs on the down phase. And the arms are going in opposite directions. And what I do is I cross right over left and then left over right and then right over left and left over right. But that's not the be all and end all. So if you find that bit tricky, just concentrate on opposing circles with the hands and bending the legs. Change direction with the arms. I don't mean hands, I said hands, didn't I? I meant arms. But since the hands are generally connected to the arms, I suppose it doesn't matter. And I'm sure you understood what I meant anyway. And relax. Elbow across the body and then down and around. And here, let the waist turn. In fact, if you want to, you can step out a bit and make this a much bigger movement. quite nice when you do. Now let's go the other way, across and then out. So the elbow comes across and then goes up and out. And again, you can make this kind of quite small or quite big. I like these big whole body movements because they very much fit in with the basic concepts of Tai Chi, where you use the whole body. Let us, actually stay wide, let us do some figures of 8. And again, moving the body and the hips side to side. Legs need to be a little bit relaxed for all these exercises. Sorry, I should have said that. Much easier if you have the knees slightly bent. And change direction. And we were going that way, weren't we? Change direction and bring the feet in actually for this. Come around the body. So you're twisting the waist and you can let the hips turn as well. I let my head follow the arms here because it aids twisting. If I look to the front, I don't twist as far. Other direction. And relax. I know often I don't jump around the body, I go sequentially, but we are going to jump. Just straight leg raises. One leg, then the other, just as high as is comfortable. Check that you can do the same thing in a minute out to the side and behind you safely without kicking anyone or anything. Sideways. Backwards, trying to keep the body fairly upright and the legs straight. The two most common mistakes are people bend the body or bend the knee. We don't want to do that. Not for this exercise. There are different exercises where you do either or both of those things, but not this one. Bring the feet about shoulder width, circle the hips nice and gently. And change direction. I like to do 30 seconds of gentle hip circles after doing those particular straight leg raises because I find it eases off the muscles in the small of my back. It may help you, it may not. Okay, let us. Right, what am I doing? I'm throwing a punch and then bringing it back. So it's drawing a circle, slightly diagonal circle, and I'm moving at the same time. For people who have done martial arts, you can think of it as a back fist, or you can think of it as an uppercut. Really doesn't matter. It's just gentle movement of the leg and arm in a coordinated fashion. Now, this one may be a bit tricky. We're going to step and raise the arm, step and raise the arm, step, raise the arm, step. Now, to begin with, I'm raising the arm with the palm away. In a moment, we're going to do it with the hand turned round. Legs should be relaxed. Movement should be fluid. Now, as the hand comes up, the palm is facing the way you're going. I hope that makes sense. And relaxed. Both arms. We'll do two sorts of circles. One is a circle here where I'm only just sort of holding the hands in light fists. One is a circle here, just out in front of the body, and you have the knees just nice and relaxed. Go the other direction. You may well find, I know I do, one direction is quite a bit easier than the other. Probably what muscles you're using, or where the tension in the muscles are, whatever. Circling, so it's that. So I know I talk about whole body movement. This obviously is fairly localized. Okay, now this way. Let me just slow it down so you can see. And the opposite direction. Big circles. If you've done stretching with me and you've seen me do that exercise where I talk about stirring the Christmas pudding, well, here we're stirring two Christmas puddings, one below each arm. We're not really, they're imaginary. Sadly, because I do like my Christmas pudding. I'm the only one in the family who does, so I get lots of it. And relax. I want to finish off just a couple of little simple exercises. Circle the knee. And while you're circling the knee, concentrate. Relax the supporting leg. Relax the hip. Relax the ankle. Change direction. I say finishing off, that's not strictly true because we're going to do a little bit of neck exercises as well. As you know, I like my daily neck exercises. I'm quite partial to them. Definitely having relaxation and flexibility around the neck is a really good thing. A lot of people seem to carry a lot of extra tension in that area. Change, relax the leg, the other leg, circle the knee. change direction. I know I've said this before, but if you're new to my exercise sessions, a lot of the exercises I do, especially something like this, which I throw in towards the end, may seem a bit random, but it's because I'm continually monitoring my own body and I'm kind of going, well, which bits don't feel relaxed? Which bits feel stuck? Let's pay attention to them. Hope that makes sense. Okay, I'm going to step in. We're going to start with just nodding the head up and down, and you can bring your hands up onto your chest if you like. Gentle. As you nod down, just draw the chin in slightly as well. Look to the front and then raise one ear and then raise the other ear up to the ceiling or towards the ceiling or the sky or the outer edge of the universe, whatever you want to raise your ears up to. And then look to the front. So I'm just turning to face the camera. Bring the head forwards and back. Normally I face my screen and it just, I think, it either helps you or it hinders you in terms of seeing what I'm doing. Head's going forward, coming back, tucking in the chin ever so slightly. Now the head is upright and you take the whole head side to side. Still doing that thing of relaxing my legs as much as I can, sitting down a little bit, etc., etc. I try and do that any time when my legs are in a fixed position. I don't always succeed. Chin down, turn the head side to side, chin gently touching your chest. Hands go down, chin starts to do large, slow U-shapes. Up to the corner, down, up to the other corner. Gently pulling back on my shoulders while I do this. And relax and give your body a little shake out. 33.5 minutes, fantastic. I hope you feel as good as I do. I feel, in the words of the great Ken Dodd, full of plumptiousness. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. See you again soon, I hope. Bye.